Morning, friends. It's Jen. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, or Sunday morning. I think it's after 8. I'm not sure. However, not only did I come to harvest a few things, come to water my plants. So, first thing I'm going to do is pick these, I think these cucumbers are ready. What do you say? And I have my cucumber kind of growing off to the side. Let's see if I can get it to travel along here as far as it can go. So I have this cucumber to harvest, and I have this little guy here is still kind of small. Then I have this guy here, and I think I have one more somewhere. I thought there was one back. Oh, he died. This was like the first one. So I don't know. Too much water? Not enough? So here's this little guy back here trying to grow. Yeah. So I have a lot of little small ones growing. Little tiny one here. Small one there. Here. Little ones down here. They're turning yellow. Huh. I'm not sure if I'm overwatering it or underwatering it. There's a nice one right here that looks like it wants to start growing. Where'd it go? I can't find it. Oh, right here. Okay, so another one right here. So I got quite a few little cucumbers ready to... Okay, so... Okay, oh, and there's quite a few small ones here too. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and snip this little guy. I think he's ready. Whoop. And this guy here too. Okay, so I got some nice cucumbers. Now, I won't do any videos for a week from my garden because I'll be leaving today. My daughter-in-law is gonna pick me up today, and I'll be staying with all my sons and my daughter-in-law, my grandson, for about a week. My grandson's starting preschool, and my daughter-in-law and my son are a little bit nervous that he may not take to the preschool. He might cry. So just for their comfort, and here's the little butterfly I found at that free garage sale. So just for their comfort, they asked me if I could stay with them for a week at least until my grandson, if my grandson has a hard time, instead of disturbing my disturbing my daughter-in-law from her classes, if I could be the one to go pick him up, because my son definitely can't take time off, and he works He works way in Alameda Island, which is quite a ways from where they live. So I said, sure, not a problem. I have the time to do it right now, so I'll be home with all three of my sons, my daughter-in-law, my grandson. So you're not going to see any videos from me in my garden. Hopefully, if he doesn't have, oh, here's a nice one right here. Hopefully, if he doesn't have any issues, you know, maybe I won't stay as long. Hopefully, because it's just been him and his mom. And if his mom was working or going to school, he would stay with me at home. So he's not used to being away from his mother and family and things like that. You know, being dropped with some strangers. And we tried that. I told her to take him to church, take him to Sunday school, so he can get used to being dropped off. So when the time does come, it won't be so bad. However, we tried that. We tried it like at least 7, 8 different times. We dropped him off at Sunday school, and he just cried and cried. And the moment we went to pick him up, well, one time we did try to leave him there throughout the duration, and when we picked him up, he just saw, when he saw us, or at least he saw me because I took him that day, he just started bawling and bawling, and it was like that cry, like, how dare you leave me? Where were you this whole time? And then his mom and dad tried taking him again to Sunday school quite a few times, and he just wouldn't stay. So that's why my daughter-in-law is so afraid that when it's time for her to go to class, that he won't take, and she's gonna have to miss class, leave class, and go pick him up and take him home. And she kind of doesn't want to do that. So my son and her asked me if I could stay for a week just as a buffer in case he has a bad reaction. But I don't know, he's getting older. He's gonna be 4 in a couple of months, so I'm thinking maybe he's growing out of it. We'll see. But I might record his first day of preschool and see how that goes. So I mean, it's like a daycare preschool, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm hoping that my husband waters my garden for me while I'm away. So I'm gonna take all my recordings and compare it to when I come back. Just kidding. Okay, so I have a couple more. If you see down here, the basil seeds are growing. That's basil. I put basil down here and there. And this here is a tomato plant that just sprung up. This is basil. This looks like here it could be a tomato plant that just springing up, along with this one too. But everything else here is basil. And my romaine lettuce disappeared, so I believe a lizard ate it. And this is the only sign I have here of my lettuce seeds that I planted a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know if those seeds didn't take, or if it's like celery, it's gonna take a while. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cut down some of these tomatoes that are turning red. Okay, so here's what I harvested. And it looks like my sugar beets are doing excellent. They're getting bigger, they're growing. Especially this one here is really growing. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and water it, friends. head inside, and I'll call it a day. And I'll probably see you from another environment tomorrow, or well, definitely tomorrow. I definitely need to record and take pictures of my grandson going to school for the first time. Okay, thanks for watching, friends.